my entire life, as long as I can remember. Is it hard being a mom during the pandemic? I think it's challenging. I think there's a lot of different types of challenges that we're just not used to. It's isolating. So I think it's hard, but I don't think it's any harder than it ever has been. I think that truthfully she'll survive just fine. She won't know anything differently, so I don't think it's going to affect her the same way it affects everybody else. She's too little to understand, and we're starting to come out of it now. Things are starting to get lightened up with the vaccination, so by the time she's old enough to understand what's going on, it's probably going to have passed us. As much as possible. There's a lot of isolation. My parents came out about 3 weeks after she was born to help out for a couple of days, and my husband's family tries their best to help, but with us all being isolated away from each other, it's very limiting. How do I think other mothers are coping in the pandemic? I think most moms are probably drinking a lot more wine these days. School's actually been easier now as a mom than it was when I was pregnant with her. I gave birth mid-semester, and that was really difficult. I didn't have my brain in the game, so to speak, when the semester started like I needed it to be. When she was born, it was easier to catch up and think with her here. I never thought I was going to be a mom. I was told I was never going to have kids and that I was going to need medical intervention to have babies. And at 41, getting pregnant that easily was very much so a surprise. And the baby born after that survives and is born after miscarriages is considered a rainbow baby. And she's my multiple rainbow baby.
I think I helped out more with when my granddaughter Laura was born, just because my other children, this was their second born child, so they were already just prepared, and it was the beginning of the pandemic, so we couldn't go to the hospital, and we didn't really do anything with them until like maybe a month after the baby. Wonderful to have a granddaughter. She's so sweet. She was so tiny when she was first born. Just being able to shop for girl clothes is lots of fun. They're so fashionable, and she's so sweet and cute and everything that we've got her. Like when she was first born, she was really tiny, so we had to buy her preemie clothes. So that was fun. My husband and I went one night and got her little tiny baby clothes. And just like recently came over and her mom has her dressed in just the most adorable outfits. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's ahead with having a granddaughter. So far it's been great. Then of course I got to pick him up and bring him home. That was pretty special.
Best memory with the grandchildren is just, in general, remembering the stuff with the children. The first ones, you don't think about it until that. You really realize a lot with the second ones. So the grandchildren are memory rekindling. That's great. It's definitely wanted a granddaughter with the mom, grandma, the way she is. She needs that. We only have one daughter, so that's kind of like all men in the family besides mom. So this is a little help. My third grandchild wasn't so much of a problem because it's been a little bit past the initial start of it. The second one was in the beginning, and that was a lot of everyone would kind of just have to put the thoughts aside. Normal things happen, and it's nice. Nothing really went wrong. 100 years ago, we know of one that happened in a similar situation, same kind of a virus. So right now, with this one going, we've definitely got to wake up, got to remember stuff from our past.
I'm fond of my mask, and actually I kind of like not breathing in other people's germs I've never been more aware of how many germs we spread, especially like when blowing out birthday candles or something like that. I don't think I'll continue those traditions that involve saliva on people's food. So I think we're going to feel the residual effects of it for quite some time. But as long as the vaccinations and people are remaining diligent in being socially conscious and keeping clean and washing hands and keeping our masks on, I think we can get through it pretty quickly.